Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the WardiTV Monday number 26, your weekly dose of open Wardi StarCraft. Here we go. Welcome one and all to a very special edition. We are featuring, yes, the current map pool, but we have added and we sprinkled in a couple of extra maps, a couple of extra TLMC maps as well. Let's go. So we're jumping into our first series, jumping into our round of 32 match. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have our red Protoss player. Representing Team Liquid, it is SKillous. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. It is MindelVK. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Ooh, as predictions are open for the next minute or so. Here we go. !B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back yourselves. The bracket is stacked. The bracket is massive. And I had a bit of a hard time picking between a couple of matches. We can get into it after this series, but there was 2, maybe 3 matches that I had my eye on and made a decision. Did jump on our initial PvP, and we'll get into as to why later on after the series. For now, we are moving out. We have our initial 2-gate opener out of SKillous, likewise 2-gate opener out of MindelVK. So far mirrored builds. SKillous, he will hide a second pylon out on the right-hand side of the map. Now, welcome one and all to Persephone. If you've been watching over the weekend, you would know that we have been casting TLMC maps. We've been featuring them in both Sea Duckling Open and Sparkling Tunic Up on Saturday and Sunday, respectively. Here on Monday, featuring them as well. Persephone is a bit of a smaller map. Short rush distance by air, short rush distance by ground. Likewise, there is a goal base on the right hand side surrounded by speed zones, and we also have a healing pad as well. Now, we have casted quite a bit on this map already, but we have not seen anyone make use of these healing pads. That just hasn't happened yet. So we haven't seen that come into play, but I'm sure we will eventually. I do feel like it's going to impact Protoss quite a bit, just because Protoss don't really have a way to heal units once they've taken hull damage. There's a way to heal and regenerate shields, that is true, but healing base damage, that is not really a factor. That's not really a thing here for the Protoss race. Suddenly, with a healing pad, it is. So that's going to be a big kind of, it could be a big deciding factor, a big way to impact and influence the game in a PvP or any kind of Protoss matchup. We'll see if our players make use of it. Until then, we do see that MindelVK, he scouts, he sees that the pylon is missing, he's searching for the pylon here on the right hand side of the map. Barely does not get eyes on the pylon though, doesn't get eyes on it, not yet. Likewise, pylons have been scattered from the side of SKillous. SKillous, he gets eyes on 2 and even gets a pylon in the main base. Cheeky moves here out of SKillous. Back at home, he's going to be expanding, taking his natural, building up his 2-gate opener into expansion into Robo. So very safe play here by SKillous. Meanwhile, MindelVK back across map. Oh, sorry, my apologies. For some reason, I thought that SKillous had a pylon in the main base, but that was actually MindelVK's 3rd pylon that gets placed. And I believe SKillous is the player that did miss it. Yeah, did miss it in the end, did not quite get eyes on that 3rd pylon. MindelVK is going for a later expansion, so we do have a deviation here, but it's going to be scattered. So everything gets scattered. Basically, MindelVK is going for a greedier opener with a faster expansion. Meanwhile, MindelVK is being more aggressive. Oh, speaking of aggression, here he comes. Shield battery is done just in time. Stalker, oh no! Stalker gets caught out. Very nice force fields. One Stalker. Oh, can he get it? Oh my, one Stalker does not go down. And can we use the healing pad? Can we save it? More importantly, Stalker does pull away, so far so good. SKillous, he is holding on, he's maintaining himself. MindelVK keeps pushing forward. Once again, force field does catch another Stalker. Can he escape? Not this time. Yeah, this time the Stalker will go down. Very nice pick up here from SKillous. Takes down the Stalker. MindelVK, he will back off, he will retreat. And again, are we going to heal up? There's the opportunity. There is the opportunity here to heal up. Alas, MindelVK, is he aware of the healing pad? The answer is no. The answer is he is not aware. So it's one of those things where these maps are new, and there's a reason why we didn't see this healing pad used over the weekend. I think the players were fully aware of its existence. Likewise, behind this, we do have our Immortal on the way. So Immortal production and MindelVK, same for SKillous as well. He already has his first Immortal. Immortals are out. With that, MindelVK going to be establishing himself here on these 2 bases. Bearing in mind, MindelVK, he's behind economically as he did delay his own expansion, but he's still taking up. He's on 2 bases, don't get me wrong, but now he's working towards Twilight Council. This should be for Blink or even Charge as a follow-up. Meanwhile, SKillous does move out himself, applying pressure. SKillous, he did scout the robot opener earlier, so he knows that Blink is nowhere near being done here for MindelVK. Both armies, they actually pass by each other. Uh-oh. They do pass by. SKillous, there's nothing at home to defend, there's nothing here, and do we recall, do we go for the base trade? What are we going for? At this point, it has to be the base trade. As the armies, they pass by each other completely. Shield battery is not done, army is revealed, and MindelVK is a little bit late. He's a little bit late here. He's now moving in, Natural's already under fire, shield battery goes down, a pylon falls as well. And Depsec shaded to the mineral line. Meanwhile, MindelVK just now hits the Natural. Boys are being pulled. Can they bring anything down here? Not quite, they will buy some time, softening up some of these Stalkers. Ooh, actually, getting us around, kills one. Does kill one Stalker. Natural falls, every worker in the mineral line does go down. MindelVK does save his probes at least. Meanwhile, Pylon's denies the Immortal. Not bad. Does deny the Immortal. There is a recall available here at the Natural. Likewise, SKillous also depowering the gateways. The Immortal, though. The Immortal is going to pop. There's one extra Immortal here for... it's going to get down. Never mind. The Immortal shouldn't be able to trade yet. There we go. Doesn't bring anything down. Likewise, nice force field. Locks down all the probes. SKillous losing almost every single worker. Down to 2. Down to 1, down to 0. 0 probes left for SKillous is making 1 probe here at his Natural. He has enough money for a Nexus. He does escape. Meanwhile, MindelVK, he has plenty of workers, but he doesn't have enough money here for any buildings except for an extractor. Or an assimilator. So the assimilator can be thrown down for MindelVK. Again, he saved all of his workers from his Natural. Meanwhile, killing all the buildings. SKillous did recall back home. Uh-oh. Did recall. He left some units back. With SKillous, he's ready here to force field. MindelVK does ferry over. Does get out of the main. Does unload. Likewise, he's got the boys here to pull as well if need be. And can he pull this off? It's going to come down to the force fields. Oh. Speaking of, they do buy time. Prism will make it back. Meanwhile, SKillous has been making more workers. He has shield batteries as well. SKillous defending with shield batteries. I don't think he can be broken. MindelVK is going for it. No! He gets caught up. He gets sliced up here. Probes are going down. Very nice force fields once again by SKillous, and he has more force fields that came from. Does energy overcharge. Does overcharge once again. Cuts up the army. Takes down the probes. Now going for the sentries. Yeah, he does commit. Bleeds out 1 sentry of his own. Loses one of his own sentries. Meanwhile, all the probes are falling. And this is all that MindelVK has left. Trying to commit in, pushing into shield battery range. Yeah, he cannot kill anything here. It's not going to happen. SKillous, he will hold, he will shut this down. Oracle's on the way as well, just for good measure. And last, he will clean everything up. The sentries, they cannot survive against this. It's 1 Immortal left, the Immortal goes down. GG gets called, and SKillous will take game number 1. Whew. GG. SKillous does take a lead. And again, a very intense game. Both armies did completely miss each other, so we ended up in a base trade. As we saw, unfortunately, MindelVK did save his workers, that is true, but he was never able to deal with the Nexus, never able to really deal with the buildings here. He was late to the base trade, if you remember. By the time he hit the Natural, SKillous was already in the main. He was already in the main base with those adepts, killing workers. SKillous, who was just faster to pull the trigger, of course, and to get across the map and initiate the base trade. Alas, MindelVK was just, reacting, responding to that, and was a little bit late to the party, unfortunately. GG. GG, well played. Likewise, SKillous, he also had that recall, as you mentioned. The Natural base was not killed, so there was a recall available. And with that, SKillous does hold. And now, we're getting ready for game number 2, featuring another TLMC map. Let's go. We're going to be loading into Killer's Mile, another map that we've featured plenty of times over the weekend. Now, for those that are curious, which maps are added, which maps are not, as is the case with all online tournaments now, we do not use 3 old maps in the map pool, specifically Neon Violet Square, Abyssal Reef, and King's Cove. These 3 maps we have gotten rid of them. When I say we, I mean tournament organizers. Ourselves when it comes to our tournaments like Sparkling Tuna Cup and Tenacious Turtles Hustle. Likewise, events like KSL, the Korean StarCraft League, they also got rid of them. Pegasus Monday got rid of them. The Monday Night Weeklies got rid of them. And now, WardiTV Monday, they were the only, I want to say they were the only Open Cup that featured those old maps. And now they've capitulated. Wardi, he was like, you know what? Maybe I should get rid of them. Maybe I should feature some TLMC maps. And so he did. So he got rid of Neon, Abyssal, and King's Cove. I don't think there's any Open Cups that actually use those 3 maps. So we've gotten rid of them, and they've been replaced with TLMC maps instead. Specifically, they've been replaced with Killer's Mile, alongside Persephone, and one other. I'd have to double check. It's Killer's Mile, Persephone, and Sandworm. That's it. So those 3 maps have been replaced. Otherwise, we are now getting into our next game. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Killer's Mile, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MindelVK. Here we go. Are going to be settling in, and once again we have a 2-gate opener out of MindelVK. Meanwhile, SKillous, he's going for a gate into Cybercore into expansion. So we do have a more economic build this time from the side of SKillous. Meanwhile, a little bit more aggressive from the side of MindelVK. As we said, instance, a big shout to King TQD in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subscription. A gifted sub to the community to send you. Thank you, Papi. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it, as always, here on the channel. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Just catching with the chat. I love the sound of force fields in the morning. All the force fields. Papi, I don't want to work today. I know. I believe in you, Papi. I believe you can make it. You can make it. I believe. As SKillous, okay. So, first things first. SKillous, he went for a gate into Cybercore into what was supposed to be an expansion, but MindelVK comes in with a pylon block. He does pylon block, so now SKillous, he's forced to delay that Nexus in favor of a Robo. So it's going to be Robo into Expand. Now with this Robo opener, this can turn into an all-in, that is true, but I believe this should be for a War Prism. Should be War Prism first into a Depth Harass across the map instead, and a way to deal some economic damage and to keep the Protoss player back at home. Otherwise, MindelVK is setting up for his own one-base all-in. The hallucination comes in, gets eyes on both gateways, gets eyes on the 3rd gateway, more importantly, sees 3 gateways, sees no expansion, and SKillous, we should be seeing shield batteries. There we go, shield batteries on the way. This might trigger an Immortal, not a War Prism. Yep, Immortal's on the way. So this Immortal is designed to keep us safe, a very safe follow-up here from SKillous. The Immortals, they are built to shut down all-ins, and it is a 4-gate Vanilla Stalker all-in. I say Vanilla Stalker because there's no blink. There's no blink, there's no Twilight Council, there's no upgrades, just vanilla 0/0 blinkless Stalkers here from MindelVK. It's all or nothing. We have extra pylons, we have that 4-gate setup, Stalkers they poke in, and the Immortal is almost done. It's almost done at this point. Up! Yeah, the SKillous needs a little bit more time. So far, does force field, locks down 3 of those Stalkers. Will lose 1 sentry, but now the army's locked in, and here comes the Immortal, and who's locked in with who as the Immortal will shut this down. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3, he gets 4, he gets every single Stalker. And that was not worth it for MindelVK. Just lost all 4 Stalkers, and now he has no momentum. Sure, he could warp in 4 Stalkers at a time, but he doesn't really have much of an army. Not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, he only has a handful of Stalkers left. Is poking in, but now there's 2 shield batteries, and not just 2 shield batteries, 2 Immortals. Second Immortal has just now arrived. And now with 2 Immortals, and now with a 3rd shield battery as well, this isn't gonna fall. This isn't gonna crumble anytime soon. It's looking worse and worse for MindelVK. Now he does go for an extra warp in. He's up to 9. 9 Stalkers here. That's still a lot of Stalkers. And can he break through this? The shields get triggered. Yeah, Stalkers are going down. The Immortals, they are brutal here. They are not being broken. And instead, the answer is going to be force fields. Now, this is a way to try to catch SKillous off guard. Bearing in mind, there's no War Prism. There's no War Prism, and you could try to force field the army, lock it down. Speaking of, does catch one Immortal, but still within range of the shield battery. Still barely within range. One Immortal falls. Nice pickoff. Whew. But it did cost us 3 force fields. Yeah, 3 force fields here from MindelVK, and that was every force field that he had. And yes, he got 1 Immortal, but there's still 2 left. He did all that for 1 Immortal. There's still 2 Immortals remaining, and alas, is going to try to force his way through. Instead, he gets force fielded in. And SKillous, he can fight this head on. His shields are now activated. They're now on cooldown, I should say that. On cooldown. Yeah, the Prism has arrived, and now he can micro. Now they can jog back his units. Saves the sentries. Ooh, we'll lose 1 sentry. Barely the 1. Oh my god, we're going for the dive. Does go for the dive, does not get the Prism, trying to force his way up the ramp, but it's not going to get it. GG gets called. SKillous, he will hold, he will persevere, and SKillous will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played, congratulations. SKillous, he will claim the series. Very nice response, very nice defense there by SKillous. MindelVK attempting to all in, but unfortunately, the first push kind of was kind of the beginning of the end there for MindelVK. I'm referring to when his first 4 Stalkers pushed in, and when he got force fielded, and when he lost all 4. He lost all 4 Stalkers to 1 Immortal. That was the moment that he lost all his momentum. Every unit counts, especially when you're going all in. Imagine, instead of having 9 Stalkers, having 13. Then he can start 2-shotting Immortals, potentially, you know, as long as they're out of range of the shield battery, or as long as they don't have their hardened shield activated. But having those 4 extra Stalkers for the next wave of attack would have been so much stronger there for MindelVK. May have been enough to break through the defensive line as well, but lost the first 4 Stalkers, and everything just crumbled around MindelVK from there. GG. GG, well played, congratulations. SKillous does claim the first series, and now we are heading over to the Americas server, because we're going to be following SKillous into the round of 16. Let's go. Let us go. And this is the big reason why we did jump on this series. For those of you that know, you know. Let's switch our scenes over. Let's catch up on the bracket, figure out where we are and where we are headed, and what to look forward to as well. Un momento.